So I did it. I moved from chilly, chilly New York winters and took the chance and moved to Florida, where it is sunshine and rainbows. Not all the time, but I really am so happy that I made the decision to leave New York and not have to endure another terrible winter. And I moved to Central Florida, not only for the sunshine and the absolutely beautiful weather, even though you can clearly see that it's warm in May, to be close to Disney, to live more of an outdoor lifestyle, and to start to chronicle what the transition looks like and do this all again, and do this all starting again in my 50s. My goal is to do a walk every day and show you around my neighborhood, show you my dog, who is adorable, but I don't really know how to turn this around while I'm recording, and I'm not sure that I can. Maybe I can't, but I will figure it out. I'm super, super new to this, but it's been 3 years since we moved here, and I loved learning about what the lifestyle looked like down here. I watched so many other YouTubers and content creators and people who made the transition from all different parts of the country and the world and moving to Central Florida and thinking about what that might look like for me and my family if we decided to take the chance, and we did. So not only am I insanely grateful for everybody who kind of gave me information and inspired me, but I'm also really really motivated to share with other people in maybe a more real sense, or maybe just a different sense, because I don't think anyone that I followed or watched wasn't real about it. I just mean, like, look at me. I'm walking around in I think it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not even 7 o'clock in the morning at the end of May here in Central Florida, and it's absolutely beautiful, and I love it because I do love the heat, but it's warm, it's humid, and I'm sweating, and I have my big red cheeks out, and I'm exposing myself in a way that maybe I haven't necessarily seen other people do, even though people for sure do, just from my experience and people that I've watched move here, always look so cute. They don't seem to sweat and look the way I look, but that's okay because everybody's journey is different, and that's why I wanted to share this one and just say that I'm going to be doing a walk every day, and my focus is on sort of highlighting the transition from moving from New York to Florida and literally making a completely new start in my 50s. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for a lot of people, and it was certainly a big deal for me, and I don't think that I would have done it had it not been, obviously, for the support of my family and my ability to do that. I never take that for granted whatsoever. But also just like the support of other people that I've seen doing it, and the just the knowledge that the truth is, if it didn't work out, right, the worst that happens is you wasted a lot of money. That's a big deal. Not taking that away. You move back, right? I could figure it out. We would figure it out. Move back. I'd go knocking on my kids' doors, begging them to stay with them, or we would buy another house, which sounds so easy because the market is crazy, so it's not that easy. However, what I mean is we'd figure it out. We'd find a way. I'm going to go down this path. So I'm walking my puppy. Let's see if we can. I mean, he's cute as anything. He's just, an old man. Come on, old man. He likes to do what he wants. Yeah, he likes to do what he wants. Don't we all? So yeah, so that's me in Windsor, walking around our Central Florida neighborhood, trying to do it early so I'm not insanely disrespectful to people and talking and yelling into the phone. But again, at the same time, I just want to show the realities of what it's like to move from New York to Florida, or from anywhere to Central Florida, and maybe break some of the myths that people have about being so close to Disney, being so close to sort of the center of one of the biggest It's one of the largest traveled to destinations in the world because of Disney and Universal and SeaWorld and everything that Orlando has going on. And I think I mentioned we've been here almost 3 years now, and we've seen a lot, we've done a lot, we've learned a lot. There he is. Yeah, I'll figure out the gimbal, and it won't be so janky in the future, I hope. And I appreciate your patience with this one, but I committed to doing it, so I'm doing it. Icky, gross, sweaty, not knowing what I'm doing, all of it, all of the above. There's another trail. And the focus of the channel is going to be on starting over in my 50s, just like you can do, like anyone can do, in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond, and trying to live as happy, healthy, and wealthy a lifestyle as possible. Meaning that I want to focus on my health, walking every day, getting fit, getting healthy, losing weight, taking advantage of being outside all the time. Not only will that keep me healthier, but it's also going to keep me happier, just being in the sunshine, being able to drive to Disney and walk around Disney and do my walks over there maybe. And then being wealthier, how to be smart about spending money, saving money, considering budgeting. Windsor decides where we go, so we've turned around now. And being real about like the cost of living, because people make it seem like, oh well, you're leaving New York, it's so expensive there. Yeah, New York is expensive, but the truth is, I guess we're going back. Central Florida isn't actually that much cheaper. And I'm sure it's all relative. Where in New York did you come from? Where in Florida are you coming to? So that's real. All of that is real. However, it's not so drastically different that when you move there and you move here, it's like, oh my goodness, it's, half of the cost. Absolutely not. Especially with so many more people coming here. I forgot the numbers, but again, there's so many insanely wonderful content creators you can follow to get the actual facts. But I heard the end of last year, it was like almost upwards of 1,000 people a year. No, 1,000 people a week. It's definitely not 1,000 people a year. 1,000 people a week, or maybe even more, are moving to the Central Florida area. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of infrastructure that has to be built, and housing, and stress on what's going on around here. But it also raises the cost of housing, of living, car insurance. We'll talk about costs another time in more detail. But really, like I said, the focus is just to highlight the transition, being happy, healthy, wealthy, starting over in your 50s, and asking anyone else for any inspiration, pointers, tips, things that you've gone through, that you've experienced. If you've ever made sort of a big life transition, whether it's a move, whether it's a job change, whether it's a family change, we can always reinvent ourselves. And I love that idea. I love the idea of reinvention. My mother's always been a big believer in that, and I think that sometimes she lived with regrets that she didn't do it as much as she had hoped, and I don't want to be that. I don't want to be in that space. I want to sort of continue her legacy and do things that I want to do, even if I'm afraid, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's holding a camera in front of my face while I am beat red and sweating and being very vulnerable and honest. So that's the goal of the channel, for me to tell you about my experience, for me to learn from other people, and honestly to build a community of people who want to restart, make a new start, no matter what that is. People who want inspiration and information about maybe moving to Central Florida. The area that I live is not far from downtown Winter Garden, and Winter Garden is just, one of the cutest places I've ever seen. I thought that when I first saw it. I think it's still, and oops, the gimbal has a mind of its own, and I am excited to share it with you when the time comes and we have time to walk around downtown and just experience the restaurants and the nightlife, and just like so much sense of community there. It's really, really great, and I love a good downtown. It's got cute little brick roads, and anyway, love it, love it, love it. And obviously Windsor loves it because he's literally running away from me. He's so excited to walk. The sun is coming up, and another thing, sunrises are wonderful. I have not, maybe not ever. I hate to say, I've never seen. Thinking about where I lived in New York, which was wonderful. I still love New York. I go there all the time. Nothing bad to say about it. Love it, love it, love it. But thinking about where I lived and places that I've traveled, I don't know that I've seen a better sunset than here in Florida. We live right near the pier, right near a little pier here, again, near downtown Winter Garden, in downtown Winter Garden. And you go there at night and you just see everybody lined up with their golf carts and their bicycles and their cars, or just walking down there so they could see the sunset, because it is magical. It is amazing. It's like reinvigorating, honestly. Sunrises are always my favorite, but again, you go to the pier and you watch that too. There's just something different about the sunset. I don't know, it hits different. So I'm gonna learn to not say and I'm going to learn to do this much more eloquently and seamlessly, and I for sure will get there. But for now, lots of construction going on. Like I said, so many people moving here, and it's this is the last phase of this absolutely wonderful neighborhood that is just filled with transplants. And that's one of my favorite things about Central Florida, is that almost nobody's really from here. Everybody comes from somewhere else, so we all have so much to share, so much to bond over, to experience. Morning. And people are pretty damn friendly, and love it, love it, love it, love it. So welcome to Fab50s Florida, where you could be fabulous in your 50s. I'm trying to be fabulous in my 50s in Florida, but you should be fabulous no matter where you are. Let's start a journey together where we can create a new future, where we can love life, we can have a community that gives each other tips and pointers about relocating, starting over, and just living our best lives. Be happy, be healthy, be wealthy, and I will see you next time.